Hello everybody and welcome to our preview of the Esamir continent that just got released in this recent beta patch. So as you can see here, I am on the continent and I'll quickly show you how to get here to begin with, because when you log in for the first time, if you're opening up the beta, you will spawn in this spawn room but on Indar, which is the current continent, or the other one that's available. And just to get in at the moment, there's this warp gate map thing, and you just select and you go over there. It's the easiest way. That's the way you transport over here. That's just because the warp gates aren't currently functioning, but hopefully in a patch coming up here shortly they will. So that thing over there that you see, that's the big glowy thing in the center, should teleport you once that's actually functioning. So let's actually take a look of Esamir. So you see here, the VS aren't doing too well. The NC are just owning face, and I'm pretty much just going to show you where all the little things are, and then I'm going to try to fly around for a little bit, see how long it takes before I get shot down, because I suck as a pilot. So you have a biolab off over here. You have an amp station down to the south. It's kind of nice because you got these two major facilities right outside of that warp gate. For the TR warp gate, it's a little different. I mean, you have all these little things, all these little outposts. You have a biolab down over there, though, and then you have this amp station. So, you have like these all the way up, and then you have these two, as opposed to this side, which is just kind of like three straight ones, and then you have the amp and the biolab spaced out pretty nicely. That's a bit more annoying to fight over. Now, as far as this stuff goes down here, where's the warp gate? The warp gate's in the bottom left corner, which I think is an advantage. Just saying. I mean, look at this. That looks like an advantage to me. And there's a biolab, a tech plant, and an amp station. In the southern part, the tech plant is dead center, which is the only tech plant on this continent. I might want to note that. Now let's actually, not accidentally kill anybody. Let's actually get in an aircraft and see how long it takes for me to die. Shouldn't be too long, let's be honest. Do I have invert flying? Yes, I do. Good. Let's go south. I set a waypoint off over there. As you can see, Indar is, or not Indar, but Esamir is quite snowy. It reminds me of Hoth. I'm expecting to see an AT-AT out in the distance. It's really difficult to fly in because, as you see here, there's just a random hill all of a sudden. So it's snowy. That's the best way to put it. I mean, there's a lot of snow. Here's an amp station. This is an amp station with some of the new mechanics. You'd see that on our patch note video. We go over all the changes there. That is a reaver. I can't... Oh! Look, I'm so good at flying that he just suicided into the wall there. That's how good that was. Okay, so let's head off south, keeping it kind of low so you can not only see the terrain, because the field of view is pretty limited here with like the blizzard going on, but also so that it's hard to see me, so they aren't coming after me. Looks like quite a flat area here. In fact, I can't even see the ground. It's difficult terrain, to say the least. And we'll head off past whatever station this is. Is that an amp station? I have no idea what that was on my back. This is a biolab up ahead, which apparently we're taking because I see friendlies here. Yes, we are taking it, so we must have some control over this area, which is fine. As you see, some of the terrain is pushed up against some of the buildings, which makes it easier to get up on top of buildings in like weird fashions with vehicles, which is kind of fun. I had a mag rider up on a main facility the other day. Actually, let's not go that direction. That's a bad idea. And it's like flying and texting at the same time. It's just, that was just bad. I think that's an enemy aircraft back there coming off after me. I'm probably going to die, but you know what? I'm going to try to get us as far this direction as physically possible before I do die. There isn't really... Ooh, that's the ground. There isn't a whole lot to see here. I'm flying over like a frozen lake. There's a bridge right here, apparently, that kind of goes across. A pretty long bridge right there. But it's so difficult to see on this continent that doing like a good flyover and stuff is very difficult. So instead, I'm just, like I said, trying to stay pretty close to the ground so you can kind of see what the terrain is like. You've got things like this. Those are actually pretty common towards the center of the map here. And you also have I guess, carved out areas, because like the snow drifts happen, and you got like where the road is kind of carved out here, you see it, and kind of pushed away snow and stuff like that. So you get some cool trench battles here on Esamir, which is always really great. It makes for really fun infantry fighting, and even some really good tank stuff. That's just a lot of red, so we're just not even going to bother going over there. Yeah, tank stuff is really fun on this. It's more difficult than Indar, that's for sure. I mean, you're basically... This is going to end... Oh, terrible. Oh, wow, that was amazing. You're basically having to compensate for the terrain a lot more than you would on Indar. On Indar, I mean, you can hide pretty well in the terrain. That was an enemy right there. He's shooting at me. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, jeez. Oh, dear. Gee, well, there's a lot of stuff down there if you look at the mini-map. In fact, I'll pop it open since if you didn't see that. I knew this would end really bad, so that's kind of why I am trying to hurry this up. But you see here, you know, crevices and stuff in the snow, and the terrain is more varied, even though it's not. The best way to explain that is that the terrain has more features in it, but is basically just snow. So if you were looking for a snow planet, then awesome. If not, then, well, you don't really have much choice here, because this is all snow, that's ground. As you can see, it kind of comes up out of nowhere. But on that note, that pretty much gives you an idea of Indar, or a very limited one at the very least. Where am I even? Let's get back to the warp gates. We've done a full circle. I'm gonna go play this a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can find anything interesting. If I do, I'll end up making a video of it. But this is what the continent's like. Very snowy, very hard to see, so it's a bit more challenging than Indar. It's almost like they have a weather system going, but as far as I know, weather isn't in yet. So imagine if there was like a blizzard going on. Oh, that would be so much fun. Like being in front of a tank and not even knowing it. They not even knowing you're there. It'd be great. So on that note, we'll see you guys next time.